playing some guitar. This is a hobby of mine that I got into and something that interests me a couple years back when I was in high school band. But I want to show y'all an interest of mine that has been an interest since I was about 6 years old in welder. Marine biology. I got into this when I took a field trip with my welder class to the Texas State Aquarium. Ever since then I've always been fascinated with fish, whales, dolphins mainly, and just the ocean itself. I always liked the water. Marine biology is the study of all those organisms, any marine mammals, down to tiny micro organisms in the ocean. And even though most scientists will call it marine biology, that is just one broad label for a bunch of smaller fields that are categorized in marine biology, such as biological oceanography, ecology, zoology, and marine conservation biology. Although most people might not know, marine biology has been studied as early as the 1200 BC by the Phoenicians, who studied the ocean around their homeland. And then it was also used again as a reference in Greek poems like the Iliad and the Odyssey, which are actually two pretty good stories. And although all this took place before his time, Aristotle's marine biology studies were the very first marine biology studies ever recorded within history to be left for future generations. Two other men who were the first to ever record their studies are James Cook, who was a captain in the British Navy, who was sent out to explore uncharted waters, but while he was also out there, he collected and studied many different specimens of different types of marine organisms. And another man who studied marine biology, which his studies can be called the basis of marine biology, Charles William Thompson, this man over here. Some more sublevels that can be categorized under marine biology are microbiology, which, like I said before, is the study of microorganisms in the ocean, such as plankton. And also there is fisheries and aquaculture, which is the growing or farming of different types of fish that are demanded by our markets and people around the world for fish protein. There's also deep sea ecology, which is the study of the different gases underneath the ocean floor. Ichthyology is the study of fishes in both salt and fresh water. And marine mammalology is an important study because it helps protect endangered species in the ocean. And marine ethology is the study of behavior of dolphins, whales, or any other large animals in the ocean. And all of these fields can be specialized by anybody who has a degree in marine biology. These studies are important because our planet is covered in 71% of water and is still rising in our water levels. And since the oceans are such a large part of our planet's base, they can also affect our health, such as our air quality and our CO2 levels. And they also allow scientists a place to research alternative forms of energies. These research and studies can be conducted using trawling, which fishermen will just drag and collect specimens using nets that they drag with their boats out on the ocean or in rivers or lakes. And they can also use remote operated vehicles, such as this one shown here, which has cameras, video cameras, and measuring tools to allow them to observe marine life at depths where humans cannot dive. They can also use these underwater habitats. Most are not as big as this one right here, but they allow humans to actually go to a deeper depth and observe within a contained environment. Or they can use satellites to detect different water colors at different depths, and as well as the temperatures. And they can also use sonars, which help map out the ocean floor, but they are less used now because they sometimes cause harm to dolphins and whales because they also use echolocation. And that is just something that's interested me ever since I was a child, and hope I gave you all a very interesting habit to think about.